The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. Maybe you have the day off today because of the cold weather, so if you are going outside, bundle up and make sure that you're covering any exposed skin. It can dry out and go hypothermia in a matter of just minutes, so be careful out there. We're talking to, right now, United Way of Southwest Michigan's Zach East, who's decided not to brave the cold to come and join me in studio this morning. Good morning, Zach.
It's what happens when you have a studio at home, Ken. You can do what you want.
You can do what you want. Zach East joins us on a weekly basis now to tell us about what's happening with the United Way of Southwest Michigan. Keep us up to date on all the good stuff that they're doing and things that they're asking for. This week, you're continuing to look for, you're recruiting board members and committee folks. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so a lot of folks get their start actually doing some committee work with United Way of Southwest Michigan. In fact, my volunteerism role in the community started more than 15 years ago with United Way. Even though I previously worked full time at Midwest Family here with all of you, and I'm still glad to be there in some part-time capacity. My work in being a committee member grew to being a board member, and then actually grew into being a staff member at United Way now. Yeah. So there are lots of folks who have gone, not maybe that path, but at the very least, they have started being committee members and learning how we serve the community, the three-county area, Berrien, Cass, and Van Buren County, and how we, do things as simple as have discussions about where allocations of dollars go to different programs that folks donate to United Way, and those monies come back out and end up in the community at, right now, 49 different nonprofit organizations. That's the work of one committee, our investment team that basically makes those decisions. And then there's also going to be a resource sustainability campaign committee, I should say, that's going to work with me on all the various aspects of fundraising for United Way of Southwest Michigan. And then there are board members, of course. Board members do lots of things to make sure that the organization's, governance and policy setting and oversight and certainly promotion of the organization is well represented. And we do that by trying to find folks in the community who have time to be able to devote to the organization, to advocate for our work, to recruit other board members and volunteers, to sit on special committees, to act as an ambassador for the work that we do, and really just folks who really want to learn how to be really effective community leaders in Southwest Michigan. This is one of the ways in which they do it. They become board members.
Yeah, and you've described it very well as far as what they do. And part of what they do is they oversee and they get a better idea of how the monies are used, how the resources are used for a lot of the good work that's done in Southwest Michigan under the umbrella of United Way of Southwest Michigan. But one of the things that I do have a question on, and you raised it right there, is time. What does that time commitment look like if I want to be either a board member or a committee member for United Way?
So committee members, really, that depends on what committee you end up on, because again, we have things like a finance committee, a governance committee, impact committee, resource sustainability. They all are going to meet at different cadences. So really, there is truly a committee for just about every single person's ability to volunteer their time. So if you don't have a lot of time, it may be that you'd like to be a part of the governance committee that meets like every other month. And then if you have a little more time to work with, it might be, and especially a finance background, it would be great to have some more finance committee members. Or in the case of the Resource Sustainability Committee, we're going to be meeting every month because fundraising never stops. So board members are every other month, really, in what they do to help the organization.
So it really varies by the responsibility that you take on. What kind of requirements or, what are the hoops you have to jump through if you want to join?
So there's just a bit of qualifications. Of course, you got to be able to commit that time and willingness to engage. And you need to, of course, live or work here in Berrien, Cass, or Van Buren County. And we're especially looking for people in Berrien, or I should say in Cass and Van Buren counties. We always have great representation in Berrien County, but we need to make sure that our Cass and Van Buren communities are well represented as well. So we especially want to look for folks there. And then it really, even if you come in and you say, hey, I've never been on a committee or I've never been on a board, can I still get involved? The answer is yes, because really, again, that willingness to help and volunteer is paramount. It's 51% of actually helping us do the work is you're willing to do it and you've got a moment to do it and you want to learn. And that's part of what we need from those community members. It doesn't need to be somebody who's got 20 plus years of experience on a board, although we do enjoy those folks too, certainly. For their advice and background. But folks who are as new as I've never done any of this before, teach me. We are ready to do that work with you.
Love that. How can people find out more information about what you're looking for and how to sign up?
So uwsm.org, if you just click on the, there's a board and committee application that's right there on the website, and it will click through there and allow you to fill out a form and upload your resume, and it'll ask all the pertinent questions that we need to make the appropriate decisions among our governance committee on the board, who will make a lot of these decisions.
Will there be interviews or callbacks or anything? How does that work?
Yeah, potentially, and you won't receive it from me, so
okay.
There's that.
There is bright light.
Exactly. There will be board members and perhaps Anna Murphy, our CEO, who might end up, certainly contacting folks, but you may not hear from me. I'm busy here at home with the dogs.
Very good. Well, what do you do now? Speaking of Zach East with United Way of Southwest Michigan, thank you for that information. You're a dog owner. I know you're a dog owner. You brought the dog in last time you were in studio last week. What do you do during this cold weather for your dog? I know what I do for mine, and he doesn't like going outside. He usually just goes down the steps, comes back up and says, "Hey, Dad, I did what you wanted me to do." No, you didn't. What do you do?
Yeah. I get the fake out just like every other dog owner. She did it last night, actually, as we came in the garage, and I had her go outside, of course, to try to, use the restroom there. Yeah. And it was I'm going to run inside. That's exactly what happened. And then I had to coax her back out about 3 more times. She finally did what she was supposed to do. And then it very much was running on the ice that's in the parking lot. And I'm just like, can you slow down? I don't need to pay for a hip either. Goodness gracious.
Oh, well, you and your dog friends and everything else, stay warm. We appreciate you. Thank you very much for the information this morning, Zach.
Thank you, Ken.
Zach East, he's with United Way of Southwest Michigan. Again, if you need more information, uwsm.org. It's 8:22, January 21st. It's the WSJM Morning Show. We continue. We've got some financial information coming with Rob Wolf next.